Hey everybody. So today is diary entry number 10 and it's been a rough night and a rough day. I have been in my head a lot and overthinking, and the sucky part is it's just one big negative thought that just keeps replaying over and over again into my head. And I'm doing what I can to keep myself present and focused on what I'm doing in the moment, and it's just really hard, especially when there's a lot of emotions behind it. And as easy as it sounds, there's times where I can get through my overthinking and be able to focus on what it is that I'm doing. But there's times like today and last night where I kind of just surrender and allow my mind to wander. And it sucks because I have all these different emotions going on in my head, and I'm trying to identify each and every one and figure out what the root is. And it's exhausting, but I also realized today as I was writing in my journal that I had a small victory, because before I even started working towards not being in my head and overthinking, and different methods and tools to help with my overthinking, I used to act really irrational or irrational. And I would, for example, when it came to my ex, I would constantly text him, I would constantly call him, and it sucked because even though I'm not a crazy person, it made me feel like I was, because I was just trying to get reassurance and do anything possible to help with my overthinking and calm myself. And the sad part is I didn't realize until later on that I was the only person that needed to reassure myself. I was the only person that needed to calm myself. And breaking habits like that is such a hard thing. It's not something that you can do within like a month. Like, I've been working on not overthinking and being in my head for almost a year now, and it's just, it sucks because you get your days where it's good and you are doing everything you can and it's going well, and then you get days like today where it's just it's just really hard. And you just want to scream at the top of your lungs or cry or do both. I don't know. I'm doing my best to remind myself that I'm here in this moment, and anything out of my control is out of my control. I can't control it. What I can control is how my day plays out and what the outcome is and how I feel and the emotions that I'm expressing. And it's just been such a, I don't know what you would call it. It's been very, it's just been really hard. And I try to be as open and vulnerable as possible, and I don't know. There's, excuse me, it just gets really tiring and exhausting and draining, and you get to a point where you just kind of want to be numb and not feel anything at all. And Um, but as hard as it's been this morning and last night, I keep reminding myself about my little small victory, because I feel like I don't always allow myself to feel proud or happy about my little victories that I make, and being happy in the fact that I didn't act irrational last night just really, it made me happy, because I didn't fall back into an old habit. I was aware and I acknowledged that I was in my head, and I acknowledged that I had all these different emotions going on, but instead of me overreacting and acting irrational, I took a step back and I left it alone, and I just went about my night, and I'm just proud, and I want to continue that, and I want to keep growing in that sense. And it's just, it's a rough day, and it's okay, because we're gonna get through it. We're still alive. I have loving friends and family who care about me. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my fridge. I have clothes on my back. I have so much to be thankful for, and this is just a day, and we'll get past it, and we're gonna wake up tomorrow even stronger. And I think the best part is one day I'm gonna look back at all these videos that I did and really relish in the fact that I grew and that I changed myself for the better. And it may not seem like it right now, because it's hard, and because I'm still, being drugged through the mud and feeling like I'm spiraling out of control. But there's gonna be a point where I do get to look back and be really proud of how far Christopher has come. And I looked back a little bit today just to remind myself of how far I've come in this moment, and it's just, it's a great motivator to remind myself from where I started to where I am now. And it just, and I had something that I really wanted to talk about, but unfortunately I forgot on the way to go check the mail, and when I tried to get it back, it just didn't come back. So maybe it's not meant to be said in this diary entry, and that's okay, because when I do remember, I will talk about it. But I just want you guys to know that if you are struggling and you have your days like I'm having mine today, where you just are in your head completely, and you're doing everything possible to stay out, keep in mind that you are still in control, and you still will be in control of how you allow your day to play out, and the emotions you have, and what the outcome will be. You get to decide what you do with this and how you grow from this. And I really have to just keep reminding myself that. So don't feel bad, don't be discouraged if you are struggling and you are breaking down, and having a moment where you're crying or you're upset and you're yelling. Feel it, let it happen. Don't try to push it down or hide it, because all you're gonna do is just bottle it up until one day you just explode. And that's not healthy, and that's not good for you or anybody else for that matter. And I don't think there's anything wrong with you allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling when you're struggling or in your head or overthinking. Just be aware of it and acknowledge it and say, yeah, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, I'm feeling this. Feel it. Don't ever feel bad for feeling what you're feeling. Don't ever feel guilty or ashamed of whatever it is that you're going through, because that's your own personal journey and that's your own personal lesson that you're learning from to grow. But that is all I have to say for today, and we're gonna do our best to make sure that this day has a good outcome at the end of it, and whatever we're learning from today we're gonna take into tomorrow, and we're gonna aim to make tomorrow a better day. So I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate all the love and support I'm still getting, and I hope you guys continue to love and support. I will do my best to update you guys on my podcast project. I have everything kind of set in stone. The only thing I have to do now is just get my RSS feed done so I can be able to play it on hopefully Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I also need to get my cover art done and then just write out a blueprint or a outline of the episodes and what they're going to pertain to. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys will listen. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next entry, and I hope you guys all have a lovely and blessed day, and I love you guys.